Let's return to the subject of this week's comprehensive spending review. The Chancellor, George Osborne, has today insisted that his plans are vital to restore credibility to the public finances. Well, our business correspondent Joe Lynam is here now. Joe, let's talk first of all about this idea of a bank levy. I know the Shadow Chancellor, Alan Johnson, thinks that the government should be going much further with this.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's been a lot of talk about how to make the banks pay for their, not just their role in the financial collapse, but their role going forward in the fact that they earn so much money. The previous Chancellor, Alistair Darling, introduced a one-off tax on bonuses, which garnered quite a bit of money, a lot more than he had hoped originally. But what George Osborne, the new Chancellor, is talking about is a banking levy. That is not a levy on the transactions that banks do, but on their balance sheet. And it's to do with how they get their money. What he's hoping to do is cut down on risky funding for banks. That means if they get their money from the wholesale markets, which are very risky, that should be taxed. So there's a tax on the overall value of the balance sheet. Now, it was first floated in the summer, and now we've learned from the Chancellor this morning that he is going to introduce legislation in the course of the next few days to make that permanent, as in banks would be paying a tax. They're hoping around £2.5 billion every year.
And it also seems that certain big infrastructure projects can breathe easy over funding too.
Yeah, it was kind of at the end of his interview with Andrew Marr, he kind of rattled off a list of infrastructure projects which will be getting the green light, despite the fact, on the other hand, he's wielding an £83 billion axe. Crossrail is going to get the green light. The Mersey Gateway Bridge, a very substantial bridge between Widnes and Runcorn, that is going to be built. People in the northwest will welcome that, no doubt. The universal broadband thing I thought was quite interesting. Every single person, irrespective of where they live, remote islands or whatever, will be guaranteed at least 2 megabytes of broadband coverage by 2015. So there's projects that will be going ahead despite the enormous axe that will be taken to other projects.
Joe, thank you.